What's good, YouTube? It's your man Rage King back with another one. Yes, another upload to the channel. And before we get started, I ask if y'all please go down there and hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that share button, and hit that bell for notifications if you're new. Welcome to Rimmer Rage TV. This is how we do Rage and Rebels. Crown up. And if you're new to the crew, welcome to the Rage and Rebel Revolution. Now let's vibe. And y'all, we got some big news coming out of PlayStation, out of Sony Interactive Entertainment. What do I mean by that? Glad you asked. Allow me to inform you. Sony Interactive Entertainment is reportedly now requiring developers to create 2-hour game trials for games that are over $34. Now let's speak on it. Now we got an article here. We're going to read, we're going to react. That's just how we do, alright? So without further ado, let's get into it. But before we get into it, I should say, yes, this is not a created wrestler. This is homage from the DLC pack from WWE 2K22. So as I let y'all know what this little news is right here, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Omos's character model, how y'all think he move around in the ring, man. So without further ado, now let's get into it. Game developers are reportedly now required to create time game demos for PlayStation Plus premium subscribers. Going forward, any game that costs $34 or higher must have an accompanying game trial for Sony subscription service that lasts for at least 2 hours. Yes, you heard that right. It's for the new PlayStation Plus Premium. You know, we get an update. PlayStation users, PlayStation 4 users, I should say. We get the update on the new PlayStation Plus subscription service on June 13th. You understand what I'm saying? So, with that being said, man, as soon as that goes into effect, any game that costs $34 or higher must have, for PlayStation at least, must have a 2-hour game trial, man. And let me tell y'all, before we continue, I'm all for that shit. Anybody that's new to the channel that hasn't been around that long, anybody that has been around that's been around long enough will tell you, Rage King has been preaching for games to have demos for the longest time. And honestly, I think this is a step in the right direction on Sony's part. Let's continue. According to a report from the game developer, many studios received this news in a new update in Sony's developer portal and were reportedly not provided any previous communication about such a change. This new policy doesn't apply retroactively, or at all to PlayStation VR games. However, developers who plan to launch PlayStation games in the future will have to adhere to these updated guidelines. Developers reportedly have up to 3 months from the release of their games to put out a time trial, and they are required to be available on PlayStation Plus' subscription service at a minimum of 12 months. Again, I'm all for it. Xbox, where you at to follow suit? Make these motherfuckers put out a demo and make me decide from the demo if I want to pay for your game or not. And to be honest with you, the games having demos going forward wouldn't do nothing but help consumers and help developers actually do the one thing that they have refused to put out, other than a few games out there right now that they have refused to do for the past 6 years, and that's make a good fucking game. Let's continue. Custom game demos for the service will reportedly be considered, but it seems like Sony will only approve them on an individual basis. This new policy is also separate from normal demos, and developers are still allowed to pursue initiatives like free-to-play weekends for all PlayStation owners. Again, I'm all for it. Sony announced its rebranded subscription service last month and unveiled the 3 new tiers for PlayStation Plus. It's set to launch next month in Asian markets, excluding Japan, on May 23rd. Japan soon follows on June 1st, with the Americas on June 13th, and Europe on June 22nd. And that is the end of the article. Again, I hate to reiterate myself, but I'm all for this shit. I think it's about time we have game developers actually do this kind of thing. Because it's not fair to the consumer for y'all to hype the game up, doctor up some footage. We all know the formula to sell shit. We all know the formula. Hype it up, especially if you got a game that's been out for a while, that's got a big brand on it already, or it represents a big brand, or it's got a picture of a big brand on it, whatever the case may be. Hype it up, sell the brand, hype up the brand, and then we get the game, and then we met with bugs and disappointment and lies and all kind of bullshit the game don't need. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, y'all, to end the video, I'm all for it, man. I big shout out to Sony Interactive Entertainment, man, for taking a step in the right direction. I do think that Xbox should definitely follow suit with this and start holding these gaming companies accountable. Now, to say all that, I will also say this. To the game developers that are on board with making these demos for these games, don't just release a demo. It makes no difference at all if you release a demo, get the feedback, and then don't do shit to improve the game. That is the dumbest shit I've seen motherfuckers do with these video games lately, and you've been seeing it over and over again, and I don't want to see it going forward. But that's just my opinion, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. That's my video. I hope y'all enjoyed. It's been a pleasure making it for you, and I'll see y'all later.